I feel I feel the knee before the city. The knee hurts, dull and warm, like a small animal biting from inside. I stand on the cold floor of the station, and the cold climbs up my shoe, slow, exact, patient. My suitcase pulls my arm down. It is not big, but it is heavy with shirts, grease paint, old shoes, and silence. I breathe, and the air tastes of iron and wet paper. Fawn waits in gray light. Train sign. A bell rings once. I walk. Each step is a choice and a mistake. The knee bends, then refuses, then obeys again. I learned this rhythm on roads and stages, in rooms where laughter rose and fell like a tide. Now there is no tide. There is only a flat note, the sound of my heel on stone, and the ache that says remember. I remember falling. I remember clapping that came late, or not at all. Failure has a sound. It is quiet. The street opens like a long thought. Houses stand close, pale, serious. Windows watch. Cars pass with tired voices. Somewhere a radio plays a song I once knew by heart. It breaks, then returns, then breaks again. I stop and listen because stopping is easier than going. The suitcase rests. My hand shakes. I tell myself simple truths. I am here. I am alive. I can stand. When I was a child, my knee was a clean hinge. I ran without counting. My mother called from a high room, her voice sharp with care and rules. My father read the paper and laughed at numbers. In the yard, chalk lines made a world. I stepped inside a circle and became a king, a clown, a soldier, all at once. The body learns joy early. The body keeps it. A bus passes, loud, close. The smell of fuel pushes the memory away. Fawn speaks in low tones. The river breathes somewhere beyond the buildings. I think of rooms I left, beds I did not make, promises I broke with a smile. I think of Marie and the way faith can be a wall when love asks for a door. Regret moves like weather. It does not ask permission. I reach the corner where the bakery used to be. It is still there, but changed, cleaner, colder. Bread shines behind glass. I have little money and a long hunger. Hunger is honest. It teaches focus. I buy nothing. I watch steam fade from a cup in a stranger's hand and feel rich for knowing the shape of warmth. The station clock is wrong by a minute. It always was. That comforts me. Some errors stay loyal. I sit on a bench. The knee throbs in a slow drum. People pass and do not see me. This is freedom and punishment at the same time. As a clown, I was seen and not known. As a man, I am known and not seen. Society loves masks it can price. A child drops a toy. The sound is small and bright. I smile without trying. My face remembers the path. The brain rewards this recall with a soft ease. I breathe again. I plan nothing. I let the city enter my ears, my skin, my hurt knee. I will go on soon. For now, the bench holds me, and the moment holds, too. I close my eyes and count sounds, not numbers. Steps, breath, a cough, a laugh far away. The city becomes a lesson in patience. I think of letters I did not send, calls I feared, the thin line between pride and need. The knee speaks again, a teacher with no mercy. Pain simplifies thought. It cuts the day into clear pieces. Sit, stand, wait. A memory comes slow, kind. A small stage, a light that warms the face, a pause before the fall that makes people lean forward. In that pause, time opens. I live there. I still do in secret. Even now, on this bench, I feel the old craft in my hands. The body knows timing. The mind knows doubt. Fawn keeps moving. Workers hurry. Students argue. A man prays under his breath. The social order passes like a script that pretends to be natural. I see the seams. I was trained to see them. Laughter once paid my rent, then judged my worth. When belief hardens, art becomes suspect. When money speaks, silence listens. I stand again. The knee agrees, barely. The suitcase waits, loyal as a dog. I choose a street that bends toward home and away from applause. The cold softens. The light lifts a little. I walk, slow, exact, patient, and the city accepts my pace. I think of faith as a room with many chairs and few doors. I am tired of standing. The mind circles old arguments, but the heart wants a floor, a place to lie down. This return is not a triumph. It is a repair. Society prefers success stories. It sells them clean and bright. Failure is private, complex, and useful. It teaches care. The street narrows. Night prepares its blue ink. I feel fear, yes, but also a calm that comes from naming things. Me. Cold. Suitcase. City. Self. Words are handles. I take them and move. Somewhere ahead is a room, a phone, a voice that may answer or not. I accept the risk. I keep walking. The past walks beside me without touching. Memory dims, then clears. I allow both. The bench, the bell, the wrong clock stay with me as proofs. I am not finished. I am returning. The city listens. I listen back. Cold air steadies thought. Pain fades to signal. I breathe once more and step forward, carrying the day, carrying the name I almost lost. I keep walking, and the night keeps pace. The door of memory opens without sound, and Marie stands there, not as she was at the end, but as she was when the world felt possible. Her hair held the light like a promise. Her hands were calm. I hear her laugh before I see her face, a soft break in the air, and my knee loosens, just a little, as if the body wants to believe again. We met in a room with bare walls and too many chairs. I was tired, but brave enough to pretend. She watched me without the sharp eyes of judgment. She watched like someone learning a language by listening. When I fell on purpose, the room laughed, and she did not clap right away. That pause was everything. It said, "I see you, not the trick." The brain loves such moments. It releases warmth. It teaches trust. As I walk, the street becomes that room. Windows turn into faces. A lamp becomes a spotlight. Marie's voice returns, slow and careful. She spoke of faith as a daily practice, not a show. She spoke of order, of rules that make the heart safe. I listened and smiled. I was good at smiling. I did not say that order can bruise when it holds too tight. I wanted peace more than truth. We lived in small spaces. A table, 2 cups, a clock that worked. She prayed in the morning. I waited, respectful, uneasy. The sound of her prayer was like rain on a roof I did not own. I felt outside and close at once. At night, we shared bread and quiet. Silence was not empty then. It was full, like a held note. I remember a Sunday with gray light and clean streets. Bells spoke from towers. Marie wore blue. We walked past families moving in groups, sure of their steps. I felt light, almost forgiven, though no one had asked me to confess. The city approved of her. It tolerated me. That difference grew, small at first, then sharp. On stage, I learned timing. With Marie, I missed cues. When she asked for a promise shaped like a rule, I offered love shaped like a joke. She smiled, but the smile waited for more. The mind searches patterns. When it cannot find them, it grows anxious. I see that now. Then, I only felt tired. We argued softly. She spoke of marriage, of a clear path blessed by hands and words. I spoke of work, of tours, of a freedom that paid rent and asked nothing else. I said faith should bend toward people. She said people should bend toward faith. We were both calm. That made it worse. Calm can hide cliffs. The memory slows me. My steps shorten. I stop under a tree and let the leaves speak. Marie once said leaves are proof of order, each one following a plan. I said leaves fall. We laughed. The brain rewarded us with ease. That was the trick. Ease can lie. A train horn cuts the air, long and low. I think of departure. The day she packed a bag with careful hands. No tears. Just resolve. She said love without form becomes pain. She said belief needs walls to stand. I said walls make shadows. Neither of us moved. The silence chose for us. After she left, rooms felt louder. The clock accused. Bread tasted like dust. On stage, my falls grew heavier. Laughter came late. I learned that grief can change timing. The body hesitates. The audience senses it. They pull back. Success is a thin animal. It runs when you limp. As I stand there, the city breathes around me. Cars pass. A couple argues near a door. Their voices rise and fall like ours once did. I do not judge. Judgment is easy. Understanding takes time. I try to give time its due. Marie returns in fragments. Her hands folding a cloth. Her eyes reading a page. Her back turned, firm and kind. I feel anger, then shame for feeling it. The mind circles blame, but the heart wants rest. Neuroscience would say the reward system seeks closure. There is none. I accept that. I walk again. Each step is a sentence. Some end clean. Some trail off. I practice forgiveness without words. I forgive myself for loving without courage. I forgive her for choosing certainty. This is not balance. It is survival. The street opens onto a small square. Children chase a ball. Their shouts are bright. Marie loved children. She spoke of teaching, of passing on order like a gift. I think of gifts that do not fit. I think of love as skill, not instinct. Skills can be learned. We did not stay long enough. A shop window shows my face. Older. Thinner. The eyes still search for timing. I nod to the reflection, as if to a colleague. Keep it simple, I tell myself. Say what hurts. Say what helps. Marie helped. Marie hurt. Both are true. The night deepens. Memory softens at the edges. I let it. Holding too tight causes strain. I breathe and feel the knee answer, steady now. The body adapts. The brain rewards progress, even small. I smile, not as a mask, but as a signal. Ahead, a building waits. A door. A light. The future is modest. That comforts me. Marie believed in clear paths. I believe in honest steps. Perhaps they cross somewhere unseen. I stand by the door and let the quiet settle inside me. The city has followed me here, but it waits, polite, behind the walls. So does my past, lighter now, folded like a jacket I can reach for later. I put the suitcase down. My knee answers with a small protest, then stays quiet. I breathe and feel the reward of relief, simple and earned. There is a phone on a table, black, patient, waiting to be used. I sit and listen to the room. The room listens back. This is how it begins again, not with applause, but with attention. I think of calls I avoided and letters I burned in my head. Responsibility has a weight like the suitcase, heavy only when lifted. I lift it now. The dial turns with a soft click, exact and honest. I do not know who will answer. That is fine. Uncertainty keeps the mind awake. I speak my name. It sounds thinner than before, but it holds. I ask for work, not pity. I explain the knee, the fall, the pause that grew too long. My voice does not shake. The brain likes progress that can be named. When the line goes quiet, I do not rush to fill it. Silence is also speech. I wait. Outside, a siren passes, then fades. I remember teaching myself falls, how to land so pain becomes meaning. Art does this, or tries. It takes the raw signal and shapes it. Society asks for clean stories. I offer a true one. The voice returns, cautious, not unkind. There is no promise. There is a maybe. Maybe is a bridge. I thank them and end the call. The room feels warmer. Reward again, small, chemical, deserved. I stand and stretch, careful with the knee. It holds. I look at the window. Night has settled fully. The city is a body with many nerves. It feels me now. I think of Marie one last time tonight. Not as loss, but as lesson. Love without courage bends inward. Faith without mercy hardens. I accept my share. I forgive without ceremony. This is not virtue. It is maintenance. I wash my hands. The water runs clear and cold. Sensation steadies thought. I dry my hands and sit again. There is paper and a pencil. I write nothing. Not yet. Listening comes first. My mind replays the city, the bench, the bell, the wrong clock. Errors that stay loyal. I smile. Tomorrow will ask for movement. Tonight asks for rest. I lie down, careful, aligned. The knee finds a neutral place. I breathe into it. The breath counts for me. In the quiet, I hear my own pulse. It is steady. That is success. The brain releases a soft light. I let it glow. Outside, bond continues without comment. Inside, I continue with care. This is the work now. To stand, to speak, to wait, to listen. I am a clown without paint, a man without excuse. I accept the plain face. The future does not need tricks. It needs timing. I close my eyes. The city breathes once more. So do I. The night holds. Enough. I drift towards sleep, but thought returns, gentle, persistent. It asks what place remains for laughter. I answer with a memory of breath before a fall. That space teaches courage. In a country that prizes order, courage looks like noise. I have been noise. I will be signal. This thought is small, but it steadies me. Tomorrow I will walk again through streets that judge and forgive. I will offer my craft without apology, not to please belief or profit, but to serve attention. Attention heals. It binds body and mind. I learned this late, but not too late. Memory of Marie softens into gratitude. She taught me the cost of certainty. I taught her the risk of freedom. Both lessons stand. The world prefers winners, but learners endure. I choose to endure. The knee will ache. The city will test me. My voice may fail. I will rest and try again. This rhythm is human. It does not need applause. It needs witness. I am my own witness tonight. That is enough. I let sleep come closer, like a careful animal. It circles, then lies down. My thoughts slow. I think of the bench again, of being held by wood and moment. Holding matters. People hold rules, money belief. I hold breath. Release follows. The brain rewards release. I drift. Dreams begin without images. They are only sounds and weight. The weight lifts. I am lighter than the suitcase now. Morning will come. I will answer it. With care. With patience. With timing. These are my tools. I smile once more unseen. The night accepts this. Silence seals the day. Between sleep and waking, a thought sharpens like a line. Life is not divided into acts. It flows, patient, exact. Yet I mark this moment as a turn. Not an end. Not a victory. A turn. From hiding to standing. From noise to signal. From pain to use. The brain loves clear maps. I give it one. Tomorrow, step. Then breath. Then word. Then listen. Repeat. That is enough instruction. I surrender to sleep fully now. The city dims to a hum. My knee rests. My mind rests. I am ready. At dawn, the work will resume without drama. I accept the ordinary. It is generous. Learning lives here. In repetition, in kindness. I trust this. Sleep closes the circle. Tomorrow opens another. I will walk into it. Quietly. Breath remains, faithful. Time moves. I move with it. This is my answer. Plain, timed, human. Enough said. The night releases me completely. Rest holds. I am present. Here. Now. Learning continues in silence. I consent. End of the day. Breath, body, mind align. Ready for morning. Light will come. I wait. This narration is provided solely for educational and language learning purposes, honoring the literary work and its pedagogical value.